3031 Storm Tracker meteorologist Grace Anello with 31 Triple Doppler.
Yeah, and just looking at that storm and the way that it came in and impacted everyone there, it's pretty powerful to see that weather at work.
It absolutely is. And then here we are in a severe drought, finally seeing our first touch of rain, but it's not even going to be very much. And before we get to that, I do have to say it's so good to see you, Chase.
Yes.
And you're back at Way, not your first time here.
That's right. I was here several years ago. I don't want to say how long. I don't know, maybe back in 2010-ish. But it's good to be back on the air and doing the newscast with you tonight.
Yeah. Glad to have you here. All right, well, we've got plenty to check in with on the weather front and only about 3.5 minutes to get there, so let's get cooking. We have some big changes in temperatures coming, wind gusts that are going to lead to a wind chill. That's right, you haven't heard me say that in quite some time. Plus rain on the forecast and a trick-or-treat forecast that's looking a whole lot more like trick than it is like treat. Even still, at the moment, conditions are pleasant, and soak it up because we won't really be saying that for at least several days, sitting in the mid and upper 60s at this point with more cloud cover moving in. All that being said, though, we're completely dry from rain at 10:15 on your Sunday night on 31 Triple Doppler. However, by this time tomorrow, well, I should even say in 12 hours from now or less, we'll have some rain in the forecast. Now, one thing you can expect tomorrow is a gusty wind coming out of the north. So cold air, right? We know that. Also sitting about 15 miles an hour for our sustained winds. Our wind gusts sitting closer to 20 to 25 miles an hour. That's going to bring us a wind chill. I want you to keep that in mind when you look at tomorrow's temperatures. Something interesting is happening tomorrow. We'll have a cold front that's going to move through in the morning. What that means is when you first wake up, we'll be in the upper 50s. Your high temperature of the day coming at 8 a.m. in the low 60s. And then moving back into the 50s and even colder than that as we head later through the afternoon. So here we are at 1:30, 50 sitting for most of us. Some of us in our far eastern counties staying warmer throughout the day, sitting in the upper 50s, even mid 60s at that point. But Lawrenceburg, Tennessee, by just after lunchtime tomorrow, you're in the mid 40s. The temperatures continue to cool as we head into dinner time. Almost all of us sitting in the mid and upper 40s Monday around dinner, and then even colder after that. When you first wake up on Tuesday morning, we're sitting in the mid and upper 30s. Now remember that wind chill we talked about, meaning we'll be feeling like the 20s for more than one of us. So all that to say, if you've been waiting to bust out the sweaters, the gloves, or the winter boots, tomorrow and Tuesday, those are your days to do it. The other thing that we need to be aware of is rain coming into the forecast on Monday, right? Because the wind and temperatures wasn't enough. The good news is we'll take any rain we can get with our drought. And while we're not expecting a washout that will drastically help our drought conditions, any rain is good rain at this point. We'll see light showers enter into southern Tennessee and the shoals around 9 a.m. and continue to track east. I'll be honest with you, this is a sloppy cold front system. I'm not expecting any severe weather, but it is going to bring pop-up on and off showers all throughout the day with no true rhyme or reason. So what I would tell you is bring an umbrella or a rain jacket with you. Keep it with you throughout the day. Check outside before you head out. See if there's rain there. If you need it, need it. If you don't, you don't. And then you can go about your day as usual. Not all of us are going to see rain. Not all of us are going to see rain all throughout the day, but those pop-up showers are going to be here 1 minute and gone the next without rhyme or reason. By the time we get to Halloween Tuesday, your high temperature is sitting in the mid 40s. Conditions are dry again, but we're keeping that gusty breeze in the forecast. And here's why that matters. Your trick-or-treaters after dinner time measuring 48 at 6 p.m. on Tuesday night, 42 at 8 p.m. Again, those wind chills dropping us into the 30s and even upper 20s for some of us. So regardless of how adorable your little one's costume is, make sure you throw an extra jacket or two on them so they can stay safe, happy, and warm this Halloween. As we head through the rest of the work week, take a look at those wake-up temperatures on Wednesday and Thursday, 28 degrees. I promise you this, I did the math on those numbers 2 separate times. That is not a lie. The good news is we'll be much more mild by the time we get to this weekend, still in the 30s Saturday morning, but back up to the mid 40s by Sunday morning.
All right, definitely looking cold out there just looking at that forecast.
know.
I was going to go as a bodybuilder, but I guess I got to keep my shirt on.
You should go
now,
with Santa
so.
Claus instead.
There you go, that'll work. Well, still to come.